January 11th, 2020. What if we sold the sanctuary and retained about 15 acres? I sent the photo and the following email to Howie and Jamie. What if we agreed to sell most of our land, about 50 acres in gray, to Chris Daye, with the caveat that he give us his 2.5-acre piece between us and the hotel, less his road, and we retain a 330-foot wide strip. I think that's about the width of this piece in the yellow box, all the way down to Meadowview. That gives us access to the north and south and allows us to retain our hospital, food prep, income-producing cell tower, bobcat rehab, SandCat Castle and Karma's house. We'd be right there for water and sewer hookup too. It makes for a pretty easy way to fence our cats off from development, and yet sell off the most valuable asset, which is the lake views. The part we are keeping would be the least desirable to homeowners due to the traffic noise. We could keep the swamp for tiger rotations and maybe build adjoining cages where we currently have our volunteer parking and sheds. We could use Chris's 2.5-acre parcel to build the big indoor-outdoor hospital recovery area, which will end up being where our last 20 or so cats will live. So we make it very nice, well-designed for easy care, and it will be the highest, driest part of the property. Any development is going to cause flooding to the southwest, so we could require that he build up our land as high as he's building up for houses so that we can mitigate as much of that flooding as possible. Kind of a berm around rehab to divert water away from it. It would probably take him about 3 years to build it out, at the very least, longer if a recession hits. By the time people are moving in, we'd be down to 12 cats plus rehab. The big capital campaign for the indoor-outdoor recovery hospital would only require permitting and zoning for the little 3-acre parcel to avoid the county's insistence on surveying our entire parcel for any improvements. As our non-native cats die out, it could still be used for rehab, and with such easy highway access, we may decide to just keep rehab here indefinitely. Maybe we can have a family powwow to discuss. Signed, Carole. As our cats age, we do need an indoor-outdoor area for their end-of-life care. If we designed it to be comfortable for the cats and easy to access the cats for feeding and cleaning, and didn't have to worry about how it looked, i.e. natural or faux natural, we could house cats in closer proximity to each other. We could do one last big capital campaign that would give us the area where eventually all of our non-native cats would move. It would later work out well for the rehab cats. A year of fundraising and a year to build puts us right on target for 2022 when we plan to stop doing public tours. We could still do private tours to large donors. By 2021, everyone will have noticed that we haven't taken in new non-native rescues. They will be dropping away or staying based on what's important to them. For 20 years, I've been saying, quote, if I had it to do all over again, I never would have rescued the first cat, unquote, because all of the time spent dealing with the cats has diminished the time I could have spent ending the abuse at its root. We served a necessary purpose because cats did need homes, and we were able to set the bar for what those homes should be. But now there are plenty of accredited sanctuaries fighting each other for the next cat. Scaling back to just the rehab cats is the smart thing to do for the ultimate goal. Rehab cats provide all of the excitement and drama necessary to keep people engaged and involved. Most of them will be able to go free, and those who don't can stay here or maybe even go to other accredited facilities who rely on rescues for their income and sense of purpose. Okay, I really hate that idea, but I'm considering it for practicality purposes. If we can get $8 million for the sanctuary grounds, plus what we have in the bank and investments, that would give us about 20 years of operating cash to run the Bobcat program and care for our remaining cats. By then, Jamie will be 60 and probably feel like she's ready to hand it off to the next generation, just in time to pick out a good nursing home for me. As soon as I don't have to be here managing staff and being on property every day, I could spend more time making money and paying politicians to make the right decisions for exotic cats. That will move us closer to our goal of no more wild cats in cages faster than anything. I am at peace with this. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.